My predictions for the Oscar nominees. Let's start with Best Picture. The Brutalist, Wicked, Anora, Emilia Perez, Conclave, they all have Golden Globe nominations, with The Brutalist and Emilia Perez winning the Globes. They have Critics' Choice nominations. They were part of the AFI list. These are DGA nominees, which is very important. Wicked won National Board of Review. It's probably going to win SAG after seeing those nominations, while Anora has been winning a lot amongst the critics. 100% they are getting nominated. But there's 10 slots in Best Picture. A Complete Unknown, that one did hit many of the important precursors, and it fits with the Beatty musical biopics that the Academy likes, so I have it in. It also surprised us by being a DGA nominee, so the guilds like it. And it has a BAFTA Best Picture nomination. Dune Part 2, I've got it as number 7 since it missed DGA and BAFTA. It's also a lock for Best Picture. The Substance also got a Golden Globe nomination for Director, so it has been climbing up the ladder. It missed BAFTA, so it's never been in the conversation of winning. But it got in at PGA, so it's here. A Real Pain missed Critics' Choice, and as an American film that is worrisome, but it got into PGA, so I have it in. The Globes and SAG did not like Sing Sing. I think it's clinging on and barely makes it into Best Picture. Director: Brady Corbet, Sean Baker, Jacques Audiard, Coralie Fargeau, the Foreign Artistic Nominee of the Year. Sometimes you get these that don't necessarily are in the top 7 in Best Picture, or not even in Best Picture, like Thomas Vinterberg or Paweł Pawlikowski. So I've toyed with the idea of Ramel Ross being here, but I don't think so. I think Coralie will be the Artistic Nominee of the Year. And Edward Berger. He was not nominated the last time for All Quiet on the Western Front. Is it possible he'll be a Martin McDonagh type of nomination, where he wasn't nominated for 3 Billboards, the bigger film with more Oscar buzz, while he did get in for Banshees some years later? With him being a DGA nominee, I think so. John Chu becomes the Greta Gerwig of the year, just like she was snubbed for the popular crowd pleaser, and it seems crazy that Denis Villeneuve gets snubbed for Dune again. It's not fair, and honestly he should be in the winning conversation, but they snubbed him for the previous Dune movie, and Part 2 is looking to do worse than the first one, so I think he'll unfortunately get snubbed again, despite getting a BAFTA nomination. Lead actress: Demi Moore for The Substance, Mikey Madison for Anora, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, and Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. They've all made it into the 4 precursors. That is SAG, Golden Globes, BAFTA, and Critics' Choice. I have Erivo at number 4. There's still a slight chance she will miss, and yes, it's going to be an uproar, but for now I think she's safe. The 5th spot, I'm debating whether or not it's Pamela Anderson or someone else, but I've added Fernanda Torres. After Fernanda won the Globe for Drama, Sony Pictures have catapulted her campaign. Appearing on Jimmy Kimmel the day after voting opened could give her a big surge. Pamela got a very important SAG nomination, so I think she's next in line. And we can't completely rule out Jolie, but I'm betting on Fernanda Torres. Lead actor: Adrien Brody, Timothée Chalamet, Ralph Fiennes, and Colman Domingo. The 5th spot is a pickle. Daniel Craig missed the important BAFTA and the Brits love him. I think we could spot a Sebastian Stan shocker here, so maybe he cancels himself out there. Hugh Grant is also a strong dark horse, but I'm going with a safe choice, Daniel Craig. Supporting actress: only Ariana and Zoe has hit the 4 precursors, so the rest is just a wild guessing game. I've got those 2, and Isabella Rossellini for Conclave. Felicity Jones was nominated for Golden Globes, missed Critics' Choice, but she's still in a strong Best Picture nominee, one that might win Best Picture. That increases her chances, so I have her here. And Jamie Lee Curtis for The Last Showgirl. I think it's a possibility she will be nominated without Pamela being there in lead, like America Ferrera last year. Jamie Lee is terrific at campaigning, she has been popping up a lot, so I have her in the 5th place. Supporting actor, a bit easier than supporting actress, but we can still see surprises here. I've got Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Yuda Borisov for Anora, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. Denzel missed SAG. Sing Sing has been quite weak, so I've got Macklin missing the nom, and I think that Jeremy Strong can get in without Sebastian Stan being there for The Apprentice. Original screenplay. The important precursor here is WGA, but as always a lot of films are ineligible in that award show, so it can't be fully trusted. Anora, Brutalist, A Real Pain, The Substance, September 5. I assumed September 5 was just a Globes thing since it's about journalism, and that's why they liked it so much, but it got into PGA. So I think it's definitely in. Challengers could sneak in, and I originally had Hard Truths in here, since many of Mike Leigh's films have gotten in before and still not made it into larger categories. But in this case, the film was not even on the BAFTA long list, so I have it missing. Adapted Screenplay, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Sing Sing, Nickel Boys, and Wicked. So I have another unfortunate snub of Dune, since it also missed the BAFTA. Cinematography, Brutalist, Conclave, Nosferatu, Dune might miss, sequels don't do well. Remember how sure everyone was that Top Gun Maverick would be nominated, although I still have it in as number 4, and A Complete Unknown, which got in at the American Society of Cinematographers. Emilia Perez missed that lineup, and that was a lineup of 7. Costume design, Wicked, Dune, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, Brutalist. Just like Oppenheimer last year, not a lot of extravagant costumes, lots of suits, but it's riding on the amazing crafts. Gladiator 2 did not show up at BAFTAs, so it could completely vanish. Editing, Dune, Anora, Conclave, Challengers, Emilia Perez. Challengers is very showy. It has an Ace nomination. The Brutalist did miss Ace, and it also missed BAFTA, and I have it on track to win Best Picture, which doesn't bode well if it's not nominated for editing, but we'll see. I would still keep Emilia Perez here. Makeup and hairstyling, The Substance, Nosferatu, A Different Man, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez. I have Wicked missing out here. It doesn't have that showy prosthetic makeup that the Academy loves. A lot of hairstyling instead, and I don't think that Cynthia Erivo being green is enough for a nom. I know you could say the same thing about Dune Part 2, but I think it gets in. And I also think that with BAFTA ignoring Beetlejuice and embracing Emilia Perez, then this one gets in instead of Beetlejuice. Production design, Wicked, Dune, Nosferatu, which got this amazing surge now at the end, being nominated instead of Gladiator 2 at the BAFTAs. The Brutalist and Conclave, which got this splendid narrative since you can't film in the Vatican, so you have to create these sets. The Carol Reed film, The Agony and the Ecstasy, also did the same thing, recreating the Sistine Chapel. Quite underrated movie, by the way. Original score, Challengers, Conclave, Brutalist, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu. Challengers has a lot of passion behind it. It could even be this lone nominee that everyone wants to win. However, BAFTA did not even have it in their long list, so we can't be sure if it's winning. But it won the Golden Globe, so it could have a big surge. I've got the Wild Robot missing here. Nosferatu surge at the BAFTAs could help it here, bumping it out. Original song. I've got the 2 songs from Emilia Perez, El Mal and Mi Camino. Of course, we have to add in Diane Warren, who is always nominated. The Journey from the 688. Kiss the Sky from The Wild Robot, and I also have Harper and Will Go West from Will and Harper. The last one is a celebrity documentary. I don't think it's going to be nominated for Best Documentary, they don't really do that, but they can sneak into song. We saw that with American Symphony. Sound, Dune, Wicked, A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, and Alien Romulus. I've got Gladiator 2 missing this category. Alien Romulus did surprisingly well in the shortlist. The Academy loves sci-fi in sound, so I've got it here in my prediction. Visual effects, Dune, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Better Man, Gladiator 2, Alien Romulus. This is the year of monkeys, although I don't think Mufasa gets in, but I could totally see them giving a nom for Better Man rather than Wicked, which is outstanding in many categories, but not necessarily in visual effects or cinematography. The Visual Effects Society loved these 3 films, so they are in my top 3 here. Like I said, Alien Romulus could be the creator of this year. Animated feature, The Wild Robot, Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit. Feels like the most locked category this year. International film, Emilia Perez, obvious winner by this point since it's nominated for Best Picture. The Seed of the Sacred Fig, the one who should win in my opinion. I'm Still Here. These 3, the top 3 are the safest. Then I have The Girl with a Needle and Vermiglio. I could see Kneecap getting in here, but I'm sticking with a safe option, the Golden Globe nominee. As a Norwegian, we're all wondering if The Remarkable Life of Evelyn gets in the category Best Documentary. It received a nomination at the IDA Documentary Awards. Cinema Eye nominated 7 documentaries, and Evelyn was not nominated there. It missed the very important Gotham Awards. It was not nominated for National Board of Review, and it missed BAFTA. It's been missing so many precursors, so let's see what I think will get in. No Other Land is the frontrunner, Sugarcane, Daughters, Black Box Diaries. And then you have other movies that have buzz around them. Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat does really well, nominated for In the Spirit along with No Other Land. I don't think they'll nominate Will and Harper, they don't usually do these types of movies. Daughters is really strong despite missing IDA. Could Evelyn be this year's To Kill a Tiger? That random documentary nomination coming out of left field. That is slightly in the awards conversation, having a few precursors, that sneaks into the 5th place. I know I'm doing a hope predicting here, but I'm gambling on Evelyn. The short films. I've seen a bunch of the shorts, not all of them. Here's my predictions. Everyone has Anuja winning live action short, a film about child labor in India. That's a good pick. The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent is really good, very relevant. Could win live action short. Rashida Jones has co-directed this one. That one could do well, with how visible she's been after the speech on the behalf of her late father Quincy Jones, who received the honorary Oscar this year. Voters could push that one. We also have Incident in documentary short about a man killed by a police officer, which utilizes CCTV and body cams in a realistic way. Death by Numbers could win documentary short, about a survivor of a school shooting who goes to court where she will face the attempted murderer. I think maybe Elephants will be nominated for animated short. Toril Kove, the director, has been nominated several times before. She's also won, so I think it's in. Wonder to Wonder is like this Don't Hug Me I'm Scared type of animated film. It was nominated at the BAFTA, so I have it in. Another crazier pick is Don Hertzfeldt's short film. He's been nominated 2 times before, and it's very him. Very unconventional, but I'm gambling on success regardless. One last thing I want to add about the short films. Fantasy Film Ball has a terrific breakdown of every single short film. The video is linked in the description. The nominees will be announced on Thursday.